Hi everyone, I just did a full reading and I realized it's really not the reading. It was too reading-y, and so I'm doing a shorter, probably, I don't know, maybe it will be the same length actually. I'm just doing a different reading that's more genuine to this moment for all of us now. Anyone tuning in, this is the real message that we're meant to hear. And I'm going to cut out all the BS about myself that I said in the beginning. Of the last not recorded message, which I've just done in the 30 seconds, so I'm wasting that 30 seconds. Okay, so this is a healing message for the collective, and it came very strongly for me today. I am trying to be consistent, but I had a lot of things to do, so some days there may be a lot of messages, and some days there may just be one message. So the psychic reading mediumistic message that I received from the universe today is you had perfect timing, and I want you to receive that, because I know that you've been guilting yourself, or maybe beating yourself up, or thinking of this past situation that you didn't leave, you didn't exit when you stayed too long. Maybe it's a job, relationship, friendship, it could be a place to live, it could be really any situation, and you even just a dynamic, you just stayed within a dynamic with someone else for way too long, and it was no, why am I okay? Your future self and your past self want you to know that it's okay, you had perfect timing, you left right when you could. Your guides were trying the whole time to say, no, get out of this, but you couldn't see, because you are a very loving person, and you're a kind person. You grew up with a lot. I feel like you tried to help a lot of people. I'm seeing a well, and I'm just thinking of the Goonies. You're very adventurous, and maybe you had a sort of a group of people growing up. I don't know why that's all coming through, that you hung out with, that has since lost touch, and this is part of your healing. So there's a thing called the vagal nerve, and you want to stimulate that, and stimulation of the vagal nerve is can be achieved through talking with others, actually, because talking gives that feeling of closeness and connection that sort of calms us. And actually, just the verbal patterns of speech can be soothing to the nervous system. So maybe find some new friends, basically, is what I'm saying. I don't know how. I don't know what you're interested in. Just go somewhere, and maybe it doesn't work out at all, but it's a really just practice and putting yourself out there. Yeah, maybe it's just go. Maybe it's not a real huge commitment of a friendship. It's going to a yoga class and having a conversation with someone, and you see them the next time, and you're oh yeah, you're my friend. We talked about spaghetti that one time. That counts too. I think we all learned that after the pandemic and that isolation. We were where's the chit chat with this coffee shop person? But yeah, your past and future self want you to know you had perfect timing. You left right when you could, when you saw that it was time to go, and this could no longer continue. And your growth, it was while you were in that situation, you were stunted, but then you had this huge growth spurt recently, and it was right now your healing has to do with catching up with that growth spurt. And I would like you to spend at least, I would say, 40 minutes every day doing not very much, just resetting your nervous system, not even with the goal of meditation. Sometimes it's too lofty for people. Even one thing that helps people is having a sensory thing to help yourself calm down, even one of those widgets, or a stone that's special, or a crystal. You could hold it in different ways, and that could be a meaningful thing right now. That happened to me. Recently I found a really special rock that actually, I'm not going to get into it, that's another episode, but anyway, I'm just getting that could, some sensory focus rather than mental focus could, and not specifically not exercise, not yoga, not like just like sitting on your couch maybe and just like pointing and flexing your feet a bunch of times, or like there's a kind of yoga where it's called restorative yoga, where you just do the same pose for like 5 minutes or like 8 minutes at a time. I loved those classes. I used to go to those. Don't really exist anymore. At least there's a few areas you can find it. Oh, sorry, that's my dog coughing. Anyway, so yeah, like it sounds like a small thing, but actually like there's like when we're stressed, these things called cytokines are released in our body, and it like really affects our like cell patterns, and like can cause horrible things like cancer down the line, or just depression and anxiety that worsens the body and makes us more susceptible to, it's sort of like stress begets stress. Like once we're like, it can lower the immune system, honestly, to be depressed, and then you can be more susceptible to like inflammation or like these other sort of diseases. I'm not going to get into a health lecture right now, but I'm going to have to go because my dog is having some sort of coughing attack. But that's really the message, is that your healing has to do with slowing down. And I want you to also look up Darsan. It means just like sitting and staring at something beautiful. It's from Buddhism. Gary Schneider, who wrote about it. He was a beat poet. I really love him. One of my favorites. He writes one about looking at a mountain that I believe is, I don't know if it's called Darsan. I think it may be. But, a lot of them, these beat poets, were into Zen Buddhism specifically, which is about the philosophy of Buddhism, and not as much the religious side, which Mahayana is obviously more the like God worshipping thing. But anyway, that's the message. Do nothing for 40 minutes every day. Don't have worrisome thoughts. Don't let your mind race on these horrible issues that are happening to you. Just please rest and just take that time for yourself. You can read, you can watch TV if you want, but just please take that time to do nothing, because I know you're doing so much right now. And also, don't beat yourself up for that past time when you didn't leave when you should. Just use it for the future, and know your limits, and don't wait till it gets too bad that your limits are pushed and things are out of hand. And good luck with that. Thanks for listening to my intuitive reading today, and if you're interested in working with me, I do work with people one-on-one. My email is plprowitz@gmail.com, and I hope you have a great day.